You and Maddie, you met on a game show, very public, very out there in the open. When you look at other people that have gone through the same thing, those relationships are not there, and they kind of haven't carried on in the way that you guys have. So what do you think I guess sort of the big driver is from that's allowed you guys to be different when, so many other people that have gone on these kind of shows, it just doesn't work out that way?
Yeah. I think the main thing would be luck, honestly. I think that it was just pure luck that her and I were on the same show at the same time, and and that we met. I even think about it like, it's luck that people meet on, like Tinder. It's luck that people meet on Tinder, right? To a certain extent, and that's like, for us, that TV show was just a way of meeting, because the relationship didn't start until after that show ended. We got off that show and we'd spent 20 minutes together off camera. When you're on camera, you don't really get to talk about things you want to talk about. Like, the directors say, like, hey, look, yeah, well, okay, we know that you want to talk about, like, if you've got cats and dogs, but you talked about that with Sally, so that's not good TV. We need you to talk about, like, if you want to have kids and when you want to get married and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, we finished the show, and Maddie and I were like, okay, cool, we're together. We didn't even know each other. And so we're like, okay, well, let's like look at this as if, like, let's go on a first date, see how it goes. And sure, it was like pretty fucked because, it was a very unique scenario. We had a lot of pressure on us from just all areas. And even to the point where it's like, for the first 2 months after the show ended, when we're like trying to have this start up a relationship, see if it works, we couldn't be in public. So we had to go to like meet up at secret locations. And then it's like, it was like, we both were working. So then it would be like after work, go meet up at my uncle's house where we could stay because he's away. And then it would be like, do we even like sleep in the same bed? And like, it was just a fucking weird scenario. But part of that, I think, was that it was just so strange, and we went through such a unique scenario together that we grew really strong, and we had to support each other through it. We grew quite a lot as people very quickly, I think, at that time. And then I think one of the biggest things for us has been our communication, because for the first year of our relationship, I'd say, Maddie would agree to this too. she would just say stuff, and not really mean it, or say things that she thought I would want to hear. And I remember I had this conversation with her one time, and I was like, "Okay, Maddie, you can't just say that you love this or like this is great, because you say that for everything, and I have no idea what you really think about stuff." And I've been brought up. This comes from my mum, but she's very direct, like way too direct at certain times. But part of that's rubbed off on me, and I think in a positive way. And I think that, if you're going to have a good relationship with someone, you need to have really good communication. I think communication is one of the most important things. And to have that good communication, you need some truth and transparency. And that's something that Maddie had to learn, because I think she shielded herself a lot from her upbringing. So we sort of like had to work to break that down and build this communication. And now we're just, we are so tight with our communication is, I think it's just one of our main things that keeps us so great, and in each other's heads all the time. We just know what each other's thinking, and we're so at ease around each other because of it.